This will be teaching educators and other professionals on how to create Google Form. Google Form can be used for monitoring, profiling, and mentoring. On the other side, on the learning management system, Google Form can also be used for assessment and evaluation. You can turn into quiz and then you can have your evaluation through the use of Google Form. And also, assessment during an activity could also be possible using this Google Form. Then, you can also use this Google Form to employ an assignment to your students. Because on this new normal setting of education, because of this pandemic, we are not allowed to conduct a face-to-face session, face-to-face classroom setting, because of the risk of this coronavirus. So this is important because you can also share what you have gained, the knowledge that you have gained in this video presentation para lahat ng mga teachers ay matuto. So the first thing that you're gonna do, how to create your Google Form, is you go onto your Google Chrome platform. Once your Gmail account is registered into Google, automatically, you can see the 9 dots here that will lead you to your Google Drive. Because these 9 dots pertains to the Google applications. So you are going to click that and then select Drive. Once now that you are on your Google Drive, you are going to select New. Then, click on the Google Documents or Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. But your Google Docs or Google will just lead you to a blank document. So, what you're going to select further to have a Google Form is you select More, then Google Form. So this is now the first part of this video presentation, the creation of Google Form. So this would be the image of your Google Form. This is empty, blank. So all you have to do is you are going to edit this one. So we have here the untitled form. For example, you are going to collect necessary information regarding of your student's profile for your profiling or contact tracing. So contact tracing is another way of how you can gain data regarding of your student's personal information. For example, you need to have their cell phone number, their address, their guardians, and etc. Those essential information regarding of your student's profile. So that is what contact tracing is. In Department of Education, we call this as profiling because profiling is necessary for the learner information system. However, because of this pandemic, the Department of Education made a Google Form for the quick survey of enrollment. So it collects all the basic or necessary information. Those information from the Google Form is already downloaded and saved into Drive of whoever advisor will be assigned to the students. So, hindi na mahihirapan yung teacher na mag-collect ng mga information kung anong ilalagay niya doon sa learner's information system. So, let's start. For example, you are going to use this for your contact tracing. In college, we do the contact tracing. So, let's have contact tracing of students. So you will give a brief description or an instruction how will the students were going to fill up this form. Example, you will going to state in here, fill up the form with up to date information. But you can use your own thought. This is just for an example. So, we have here the untitled question. You can edit this by typing. You are going to ask for the email of your student. So, this is just a specific question. So, you don't need to make this as a multiple choice question. So, you are going to select the short answer. So, to make this question a requirement, you click on here, required question. Then, if you want to add another question, you are going to click this plus button. Example, you are going to ask name of the student. So, you will give now the hint or the clue. How will the student enter their name? It is first to enter their family name, then their given name, and their middle initial. Sorry, I'm not good in typing. Middle initial. So that gives the hint in how the students are going to fill up this form when this Google form will ask for the name of the student. Next. So, if you want to require this question, you're going to make this as a requirement. You click on the required. Then, another question. You're going to ask for the Facebook account of the student. Why you need to ask for the Facebook account of the student? Because millennials now has an easy access of the social media rather on Gmail account or Yahoo account. So you make this a required question by clicking the required button. Then another question. You are going to ask for the cell phone number of your student. Cell phone number. So make this a required question. Because when you click this required button, the student or whoever fills up this form cannot proceed into the next question unless all of the previous questions had been filled up. So let's have add question. Let's have this the address of the student. So short answer. Click required. So this would be the face or the image of your Google form. You can still add necessary question for you to gain necessary information too. So once you are done with encoding of the necessary questions, the next thing that you're going to do is you go here in this preview button. The preview button will allow whoever made this Google form to review, to edit unnecessary questions or mistakes regarding of the questions in Google form. So, for example, email of the student. Then, name of the student. Let's say, Batumbakan Ana De La Cruz. And Facebook account. Cell phone number. So, if you want to edit something on this Google form, Because when we talk about the address of the student, it should be start on house number, sitio, barangay, and municipality, then the region. So how you will going to edit this type of question? You will going to click this pen type icon here, or you just submit this first and you go back to the untitled form of your Google form. So here, for you to give the clue on how the students will going to enter or encode their address, you will give them the hint. First, you start with the house number, the sitio, the barangay, then municipality. All of the changes that you have made in this Google form is already saved in your Google Drive. So as you can see here in the responses, to check how many of your students have already done with filling up the form, you are going to click here the responses. Then, in this green cross image, you will going to have to click the create. And this will lead you into an Excel spreadsheet that tracks down how many of the students have already responded with the information from the Google form. Then you go back to your form, then click settings. So we have here general presentation quizzes. So you will not going to make this a quiz because on the second part of this presentation, we will be showing how to make a Google form to be a quiz for your assessment and evaluation. So let's have, are you going to collect email addresses of the respondents? Yes. So you are going to click this. Are you going to give the respondents a response receipts after they filled up the form? Yes. You can limit to one response of the students, but make sure to click on Edit after Submit. Then you are going to click Save. Next, how will the students know that they need to fill up this form? So you go here to Send. So there are 1, 2, 3 types of how you are going to send the link to your students. First is you are going to send this via email. And then the second one is you can have this type of steps. So this is a lengthy URL. To make this URL shorten, you will going to click shorten URL and then click on copy. So you can post this URL in various social medias like Twitter, Facebook, Messenger, and etc. So this highlighted URL will be copied into clipboard and then you will send this to your students. Sample. Let's go to Word. It takes a while to open this. Okay, so you need to send this to your students. So this link will lead the students on the Google form that you had created a while ago for them to fill up. Then let's go back to our Google form. So this is now the first part of the presentation on how to create a Google form. So if you want to keep a copy of your Google form, you need to click on Make a Copy. So, do you want the copy to be saved in your drive? So, you just need to click on OK. Do not click Share it with the same people because the students might have an access into it. Okay. So, this is now your copy of the Google form.